All right, my darlings, we're here. If you watch that kind of reel that I put up, here's the YouTube version of it. And I'm going to go ahead and clarify now. Could ELDs be expanded to keep people safe and compliant while also not shafting owner-operators and company drivers? Yeah, absolutely. Could PC be worked on a little bit better? Could some yard move systems be worked a little bit better? I could even see where the big day exemption, something like that, gets kind of moved around. In fact, I was just talking with another friend of mine. He's, kind of a big boy over at another company. And we were talking about the big day exemption. And, like if there's accidents or mechanical issues, I'm all for it. Don't tell me that as connected and as informed as we are, that weather snuck up on you. You didn't know a storm was coming? Get the hell out of here. You're telling me that you didn't go through the grocery store and see that there's no bread, milk, eggs, none of that, and you didn't think, oh, there's a storm coming. So to me, using a big day exemption because it rained outside is not happening. I don't care. But an accident or something like that, especially if you can take a screenshot of your DOT sign or your app, for those of you that have them, and you go, yeah, dude, it says all lanes blocked. What did you want me to do? I'm stuck. I'm in a 53 footer. I can't just cut through the woods like this. Okay, I'm with it. The rules and regulations may be expanding where you have to start and end in the same day. I kind of hate that, to be honest with you, because what about the over-the-road driver who I would say could justifiably use that? But here's my thing too. Like if you were going to give people the freedom to do something like that, then that means the consequences should be more severe. And here's what I mean by that. Okay, cool. What if we open up the big day exemption? We remove the regulation that you have to start and end in the same place for the previous 7 days. Okay, fine. But that means if you get caught misusing the rules and regulations that they gave you, public execution time. I'm always making that Fred Armistice joke where he's like a president of some made up South American country where he's like, straight to jail, death, straight to jail. Like, I'm not advocating death or straight to jail, but you take my point. So my question on that video, and again, I'm not going to blast who it was. I'm not going to blast the person who comments. First of all, I don't do that. We try to run things with some class around here. Try. But here's my thing. Let's say we get rid of ELDs. You got your magic wand. You give Uncle Sam the middle finger and FMCSA the middle finger. What would you put back in its place? If you were in charge of this program, how would you prevent carriers from killing families? How would you prevent carriers from falling asleep running off the road, damaging property, spilling chemicals on the planet? And it's so funny, I've been saying this for the last couple of days. I've been having a lot of conversations. It just keeps coming up. It's not like we're making any more new land. The land that we have is incredibly precious. We should really be trying to take care of it. But all that's besides the point, because we do value humanity over the land. I get that. But what would you replace it with? Go back to paper logs? We'll go back to having 4 different logbooks, the one you turn into the company, the one that you're really doing, the one for the cops. Is that what you would go back to? Because that was not working. We'll see. It'll be really, really interesting to kind of see how some of these ELD changes are coming, because, like FMCSA keeps pulling all these ELD companies off the shelf, saying they're not compliant. At the same time, they're shutting down these goofy CDL mills where people can just show up, pay an exorbitant amount of money, and then magically have a Cracker Jack box CDL where they put no time in, no effort. They didn't learn the ropes and kind of come up the way that the rest of us did. So I don't know. And going back to it, at the end of that video, I called some people out and said, if you're someone who believes that you've benefited by circumventing the rules or bending them lightly or whatever, just operating illegally, prove it. Prove it. Don't just take a picture of a blank logbook. Anybody can do that. That is probably a good idea that you didn't, because if you had filled it out with crayon and the lines look like crap and I can't read your handwriting, then I probably would just blast you, put a LOL emoji, something like that. But anyhow, I want to know who's out there going, yeah, I'm making tens of thousands of dollars a quarter over what I was by just doing whatever I want. We'll see. I don't know. Hope you guys have a great day. It's an incredibly busy week, I think. I'll have a big Pana freight update later. My mailbox got murdered by a trash company and blah, 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 all this other shit. So anyhow, I hope everybody's well. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think.